or Charon rather, Garadon doesn't want to do it, then we could just use Paku's mist shadow beings, or we can do both, and they go real fast.
Bradford just joins in. I'm just gonna pull.
It'll be 8 people and older kit. One of them is a fucking mammoth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my.
It's not a light thing to move.
Well, that's what wheels are for. That's what wheels are for.
True. Mule, can you reinvent the wheel to be even more efficient? You're okay.
You're okay.
He puts a second wheel.
Oh, damn. Why didn't we think of that?
How does he do it?
He just builds 4 wheels.
What? Crazy.
Makes
No,
4 wheels.
He might inadvertently invent the internal combustion engine.
Suck it, train! You're nothing compared to Mule.
You're okay.
Okay. He's very Ramus.
Yeah.
Never mind, no one plays League of Legends.
Nope.
I know.
You know. Because you were over Alex's shoulder. Watching him play.
No, it's because I had a League of Legends roommate in college.
Yeah, he told about this.
Played it all the fucking time. And actually, no, he was watching anime sometimes. That's my first exposure to Berserk, was from my boy, Jimmy Jimenez. My boy.
Damn.
It was
That
the
is
weirdest
bad
shit ever.
taste.
He showed me Berserk and JoJo's for the first time ever. I'm like, what the fuck is it? I said, what the fuck is this?
That's such
both
a
times?
whiplash.
Okay, so I think O meant to put this in general, but he sent it to me that he's resetting his comp.
Oh, that case in point.
He sent it to who could receive it.
He probably just didn't let him change channels or something because it wouldn't load the other channels for him to type in.
Yeah, that might be it.
While we're waiting, I was talking with Alec about this yesterday. It's like a question of whether or not we let them live, right? The compliant White Watch members, because there's value in having them still if they are still compliant to the new Grand Watcher, which is Maven, right? That is just hands. But it's also, do you trust them, right? Are they compliant or are they malicious? Very, very important thing. Which is where we bust out the Zone of Truce, maybe. Regardless, a potential compromise is we could keep them alive and turn them over with our security detail, because I wouldn't trust theirs, to the Lord's Alliance and the Cathars as like a peace offering. You can execute them if you guys want, but that's not our call to make, it's your call to make. We'll just keep them secure while you guys make your verdicts.
Also, since they're not dying, I imagine it's not a similar situation as the commanders, where it's like, oh, you've been affected by the Grand Watcher, you die now.
Yeah. Although, in fairness, I feel like the commanders probably necessitated stronger measures.
Yeah, he wanted them to die in particular.
Exactly. They were just a different scenario.
Welcome back, Go, in theory.
Thank you. Yeah, my wife said apparently it's probably not the storm. Her computer is just doing this.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, it's been over DDoS attacks, sorry to tell you, but...
Maybe.
No, a DDoS attack can't do that.
But
it's a funny bit.
They actually just have your IP address and keep fucking with your shit.
I mean, given the pettiness of people online, I can say that.
Okay.
Anyhow.
So you go about fashioning this?
Yeah, we'll get Byron with Charon, and then Paku and his Mistshade Shadow Beasts. Either we got one really big cart with 2 horses drawing it, or we could have like 4 and 4 if Mill can make 2 carts. I don't know.
As you start running this plan by Paku, he says, "Oh, that could be a great idea. One of the horses I saw before had long hair on its hooves. They call it a Clydesdale."
Like Clydesdale?
I think it would be perfect for this situation.
You know your menagerie better than me.
As you hear him say that, you hear more clattering and then look over and see 2 door frames that have been made together, slightly encaved, and then bolted off in the middle. to form a large cart.
Yeah, miracle worker meal.
He just looks at you and like nods slightly. Okay.
I don't know why I expect anything different ever from people.
He either doesn't understand compliments or doesn't know how to express himself, or both.
So, I hope that this is, with 2 horses, a relatively fast mode of transit.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that. A perfect utilization of resources.
And you'll make it so that the wagon transforms into a boat when we get to the shore.
Yeah, you also might just be able to build us boats.
Kick the wheels off
Actually.
of it.
You know what? You know what?
Or
like
wait, you don't.
Titanic.
You just put like little paddles on it so you can just rotate them.
Whoosh. Stroke. Stroke.
Not a gondola. What type of ship is that? Like a little river barge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I just don't know what's called.
Yes. Anyway, so
Regardless.
you start making your way out.
Make our way out. I assume at this point everyone is just here. Maybe not inside the room with the Grand Watcher, but is in this establishment. So we don't need to pick up anyone.
Nope.
Except Dayron and Malachi. Well, maybe not Malachi, but we'll get there when we get there.
And potentially Captain Diana?
That's a good fucking point. Wait, yeah.
Where did she go?
Is she not here?
Not.
Well, she's in the Psylink. Boop, 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 boop. Captain Diana, operation complete. We're evacuating right now. We have less than 12 minutes now. Can you rendezvous with us?
Where do you plan on?
There's
Don't
a
answer the
sub.
question. Oh, she's silent.
There's a port in the southeast of this island. I believe your star pupils were going to secure it.
Already there.
Of course you are, Captain. If there's-
Unfortunately for you, there are no boats here.
Just keep the area secure. We'll figure out the boat either on the way or when we get there. And if you can, try to
Sounds like a
find
plan, Lieutenant.
any sign of your star pupils.
Present and accounted for. Oh, and one Type 6 down.
Type 6?
Type 6?
Oh wait, 5? 5. Yeah, 5 might be.
It's still interesting. Maybe not as dangerous, but still interesting.
And mildly unaccounted for?
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised at. Quinton's a good question. It's not like we could do anything with that information during our very hasty escape, so. Type 5. Duly noted. Be seeing you. Quentin would divulge that information as we're marching out. Captain Diana and our exfil crew are at the docks southeast of the island. 11 present, as well as there was a Type 5. Was. Scan across people if anyone recognizes, oh yeah, that Type 5. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
can we
happy
roll
he
like
got killed.
can we roll like a history
When
to
I,
see if our intel had something like that?
When I sent in Dayron, he mentioned Salazar came back.
Salazar?
The fucking exit. He got out here.
What's
How did she
Salazar?
beat? How did he get here? Did he swim?
He came in with the fucking masses, I guess. I don't know.
She beats Salazar. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that Captain Diana has some measure against his lethal gaze.
a question for another time. I think we should probably focus on how we're getting out of here.
Right. Captain Diaz said there wasn't any boats out there. We gotta figure out a way out of here. Look at Captain Carvallis. Happy you could join us, sir. Yeah, sight for sore eyes.
Unfortunately, we couldn't have got here sooner. Needed to make sure things went precisely as planned.
Whose plan?
We were informed of the possibility that they might be darkened by Captain Kane. I needed to know that you weren't just traitor.
I should expect nothing colder from you, sir.
He does look towards the group. My condolences about the losses.
We'll find our time to mourn later.
Agreed. You hear Lucky saying, we still don't have an exit.
Right. I don't suppose you...
Lucian it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we don't need to worry about that.
We can.
Oh god, the little German boy.
Why not the little German boy?
We've considered a plan already. And my partner should be arriving with our exit strategy.
Rocket's gonna arrive with a blimp.
No, it's a dirigible.
It's the Led Zeppelin.
Let's a magic hit divided. Alright.
He does look around, but it might be crammed, yeah?
We'll make it work. Because we could shrink people, right? That's what Island and them did.
Mm-hmm.
How long did that, I'll call it ritual, take to hit like a bunch of people with reduce?
Probably in the ballpark of 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, we have time. We can work with that.
It'll be tight, but that's possible. I mean,
Yeah,
anything
because we
is
don't
gonna
need to. We don't need to make landfall when the ritual ends. We just need to be not in the zone of it when it ends.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I'm assuming we'll be able to tell when we are at the threshold.
Correct. As you make it outside, you see the red tint that exists over the sky.
Oh, oh
As
Jesus!
you look up and see the bleeding star heading straight towards you, it becomes very clear.
Well, that's not a signal. I know what is. Come on. Double time it.
And you head out and see the fires burning this place down. You start to see all the small seams of this area start coming undone as the hour of calamity reaches its end point. Blitzing across the fields throughout, getting through the main gates, which even though locked, with all the firepower you have, they become quickly undone. You do see, Savage would have brought the body of the elven Cathar Killendil with him.
Would we have been able to grab the sibling? Both parts of her?
You could, but, well, there's no coming back from that.
right.
Yeah, but it's just for burial purposes. If it wouldn't slow down Charon and unnamed Spectre Horse.
I think that depends on the shadow construct. Because whatever it can do, Charon will match and exceed.
Right, yeah, so it's like
Nice.
Powerful that way.
the lower common denominator between the two. He'll slow his pace. Let Lowbro catch up. I say grab him. can't possibly weigh any more than all of
200
us.
pounds. With like gear and everything on her.
I don't know how much gear she even had. She was like a mage Cathar, not even like a combat Cathar. Like
Well then,
she's
like,
probably like 130 pounds, something like that. She's an elf.
like with everything, like fucking 170 at most.
We could throw her body on snow and no one claps any of it. So yeah, we would grab her.
As you make your down, you start heading past this establishment and see just trails of undead carved through all down here towards this landing zone. As you make your way down, you see almost cut like a ring these three standing in the middle of a massive undeath and a concrete statue. I
Concrete
guess
statue.
stone is probably more appropriate.
The statue being Salazar.
Hopefully.
Correct.
Thank God. Damn, he didn't get his rematch with Jericho present.
Unfortunately not.
Womp womp.
Womp womp indeed.
Wait, who's that coming from the ocean? Oh god, it's him!
I want my rematch, cunt.
He undarked it just for this. Just to keep the terms even.
And then when he wins, just deuces, fades into nothing. Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Anyways.
Also, I just realized something.
Ah.
Cart, super sweet idea. Also have a whole huge dragon.
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, shit.
Dragon cart. Dragon carriage.
Was that there the whole time?
How could you
I thought-
possibly forget that?
I always thought Typhus had an imaginary dragon.
He was always imagining dragons.
I knew
Well,
something
now
like
he's made you a believer.
God damn it.
Oh no.
About. So.
I hate myself.
Like, while you're saying that, blood is
Hold
just trickling the side of your mouth, like, no, I have to commit.
It's dripping out from his ears and his nose.
Oh, the
Stop, it's killing
misery.
me. Now we're going to deep.
Anyways, we close distance with the maybe not blood cloaks anymore, and the captain of the blood cloaks.
With the cart being pulled by 2 horses and a dragon, apparently.
Captain Diana.
There's a certain tension here, but as you arrive,
How bloody do? Actually, I should say how bloody. How hurt do they all look?
Malachi more than the other two.
That's
That
not
doesn't
surprising.
surprise me at all.
Considering.
As you approach, you see him sort of sitting on this pile of undeath. Interesting enough, the axe that you gave him, Bradford, has been coated in so much blood that it's caked on into the way it's sort of folded into the fabric of the weapon.
Whoa.
As well as there is a long, curved greatsword, identical to the one Salazar had, resting next to him.
I am going to telepathically ping Doran, not in the silent, but just through normal telepathy feature. Be ready to handle Malachi. In case he acts up.
Yeah,
Understood.
speaking of,
He's got that spell sunder abilities, you know? He's got that spell sunder armor and all that good jazz.
speaking of which, as we approach, I think Rohan will sidle up, carrying Severus still, I guess. settle up next to the lieutenant, to you, Clint, and he'll quietly ask, "The skinny one is the Blood Knight's cousin, yes?"
Quint will nod at that, and then it just establishes a telepathic link to him. So yes.
Noted.
No, we didn't lose any lives because of him, but damn, do you make our lives harder.
We had some casualties in that fight.
In Goliath? No,
Yeah.
no,
Not in the end.
The
I
other
don't think.
Cather didn't die?
nope. When we reran it, no one died.
It
Oh,
was
okay.
Absolute
Yeah.
mollywop.
We
Yeah.
had 2 reruns. The first rerun, we got stomped. The second one, they got stomped.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Still, though, the point still stands that he's treasonaire. So.
That's enough for Rohan.
Yep.
Oh, you abandoned your post? Die.
Speaking of the Blood Knight, Cleo will walk over to Dayron. Brought you something you might like. Toss him Jiren's sword.
He stands up, blood matting his hair almost down as he breaks the seal it created along his forehead to look over at it. The Commander's sword.
That's the one. What a way to say I'm sorry about those wounds I cut on your back at the tower.
I suppose I will see that it gets to the right hands. That aside, he looks at the rest of y'all. Did you have an escape plan?
I believe Lucian has that covered. Him and his cohort. I'm bracing for German boy voice.
Who's practicing it?
Roll a perception.
Who?
Whom?
Anyone who's interested.
I'm interested.
Everybody. That's pretty good. Do I have these still? Yes, I do. Mark that down.
No, I
Click
don't know
that,
logins into
click.
anymore.
That. And perception.
Hey, there we go. 28's the highest, followed by 16s.
No, followed by a 20. He got a good. He got a good one.
I don't have
Oh,
the
wait,
logins.
right?
inside.
Yes, no, that's what you said. Ignore me.
Okay. You start hearing a cacophony of sounds approaching from the east.
What type of sounds?
Yeah, at the mention of, like, oh, the thing is handled, and hearing that, Pepper just turns his head that way and just whistles, like, really loudly to get anyone and everyone's attention, and just points with the trident off in that direction. Something over there. Ah! My pen!
Did you point with your pen and then lose?
No!
Hmm.
Maybe.
You hear Dorna say, "Alright, Lucian, let's see how well your plan works." As he does, though, you see Oni just look up towards the sky. As you see barreling through the low ceiling, out comes a monstrosity of steel, soaring through the sky like a bird. As you see Lucian say, "Oh, yes, that's not exactly good."
What?
Yeah.
Why is it
Just
not
part
good?
of the plan.
I thought that was evac. Hold on.
Yes, it was. You see, the plan was supposed to have not been for now, but for later. However, we had to enact it early. As such, we did not think about landing.
No.
Are you telling me a giant hunk of metal is going to crash into this beach?
How heavy is it?
Approximately 4 tons? Give or take.
Immediately turn on my heel. Doran, Eisen, Rayla. Look at Lucian. You have Featherfall, don't you?
Does it even need the land?
Yeah, it definitely needs to land. And
Can I
we
keep
need to
flying?
Fulton
land
system?
in a way that we have enough of a runway for it to egress.
This is a nice avenue right here.
Yeah. What are those numbers?
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
It'd break our UTs, but if we UT'd onto it as it flew overhead, it wouldn't need the land.
It is made of steel mostly. There's nowhere for our anchors to take hold.
It's easier to make it land to get everyone aboard than trying to drag, was it, 8 unconscious people, 2 bodies, a bunch of gear, a bunch of watchmen, non-watchmen.
Alright.
But now is not the time.
Let's just play with the laws of magic a bit.
You hear Doran just say, "Alright, anyone who has any sort of wind-based magic, anything that can manipulate gravity, time, or just really strong, get ready."
Looks at Ron. Mention of wind stuff, looks at Finley.
On it. As you see individuals getting ready, I guess what spells do you use?
Featherfall is surely good at stopping it from breaking upon landing, right? From shearing as soon as it hits the ground.
Yeah?
It's enough to carry 8 people. 8 people are approximately, in full kit, 200 pounds. Upcasted a bunch. Sister of Lighted a bunch. Should help. Not saying it'll cover it all, though. Doran has some graviturgy shtick on decreasing the weight of an object.
Absolutely.
10% of a person is, pretty good. 10% of a 20-ton object is probably more than a little bit.
Say Finley can provide a wind
wall.
at least to slow it down a bit.
If
you're in the really big or the strong category, are you just catching a metal bird?
You know in Spider-Man where he stops the train by shooting 2 webs and then pulling, or he holds it. Except there's that parody where his arms rip off. Yeah, I'll be like that.
Not the parody version, right? Not the parody, right?
It has a So does Julius have side points?
He does.
Oh wait, do I have?
He does have spells though.
Okay, I was like, I think he has Mastery of Force, which I think has some gravity stuff to it. But if he's out, then he's out.
Yeah, fortunate.
I'm gonna take a shot and say, hey Alec, your character's gonna try and catch a plane, right?
I'm thinking about it.
Think about it. Would that maybe make you think a little harder? Just a little bit of a boost.
It would.
Can we provoke, cheese scam like Charon or not Charon? Byron did to summon Charon against Jericho at one time. A soul flare.
I think this is enough adrenaline when you're about to be mowed down.
Hit by a plane or swallowed into the apocalypse. Okay.
Yeah. Getting 9/11 seems reasonable to actually hear.
A lot of New Yorkers would agree with you, A lot of New Yorkers would agree with you. You're right.